Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video we are going to be heading back out to Maidstone Market, but there is going to be a bit of a difference with this trip because it is actually going to be footage from two separate trips. And I will say it is probably the longest video that I've ever created for the channel. When I say longest, I don't mean the actual video length is longest. I mean the longest to actually film it, because as I say, this is two separate trips out to the market. But the first trip was actually in summer 2023. Yes, it was that long ago. I ended up coming out to the market. I picked up a couple of bits, but not enough to actually make a full video out of. So what I've done is I've held on to the stuff that I picked up, as well as the footage, and I said, yeah, next time I go to the market, I will just make them into one video. Well, today is that next time to the market. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to merge both of these videos together. What I will say is when I did come last time, it was actually the toy fair. So I did go into the toy fair. I don't know what's on in the hall today. I'm going to go and have a look. Don't know whether it is another toy fair or anything like that. But yeah, I will put footage of the toy fair in. If it was... Oh, I'll put the footage from the last toy fair in. So yeah. And that's about it. So what I'll do is I'll get all set up. And then we'll get out and see what we can find. You are there? What's on that?
5 quid.
How much?
5 quid, I think it is.
Sorry mate, I can't hear you.
5 quid.
5 quid. Alright, I'll have a think about it.
Right.
Cheers.
I'm having them ones, mate. I'm having them ones, mate.
Oh, you're having them on? Sorry, mate. Sorry, I'm deaf as a post.
Don't worry.
Oh man, I've got 8 there.
It's £20.
22, please.
Eagle.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. You alright then, mate? Alright. Can you just go look at Zelda? I didn't want to reach across and...
It's not official, mate.
Is it not official, no?
It's been open, so you can get it out and have a look at it if you want to.
That's alright. I like the way you got knockoff.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Do you do 10?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab that. There you go, mate. Brilliant. Cheers.
Oh, the old penguin club ones, they're cool, yeah. Or puffin club.
You alright there, mate? The McDonald's toys you've got at the front.
Yes.
What do you do for both boxes?
There's a fucking lot in there, that's the trouble, isn't it? Pretty much yeah, there's a lot in there. It's been sold like 40 quid.
40?
Yeah, there's a lot in there. This last count was 100 knock, and I only got them out this morning. I only picked them up the week. Picked them up on Thursday.
Well, I was thinking 20. Would you say me in the middle 30?
There's so many in there, they're going to fucking fly out. I could do 35, that'd be it.
Hmm?
35 would be my lowest. Just, yeah. Shit. I don't even know what's in there, to be honest.
Oh, I don't. I've not.
Been through them. Yeah, there's hundreds in there, literally.
Yeah.
And they'll go like flat.
They don't sell quickly. I bought loads last year.
Down here.
Oh, right. No, I'm eBay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Certain ones on the bay go right, don't they? But
Yeah, see what I
pulled
do
off
is I put them together into sets.
Got ya.
And then.
I pulled off of it because I normally do eBay with him.
What's that?
I've stopped doing eBay, so
Yeah.
otherwise that's where they would have went, yeah.
Yeah. Go on, I'll do 35.
There is a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's thinking first.
Cool beans. There you go, mate.
Thank you.
Amazing. Cheers for that. Okay, so the market was a bit of a bust. So what I've done is I've actually headed over to the Addington Boot Fair. Normally I don't come up here because it can be very hit and miss. But I will say today has worked out to be good because literally as I was parking up, I saw Glenn loading his van up and he literally just picked up a massive bundle of games. And yeah, I managed to pick up a couple of bits off him as well. So I'll show you them at the end of the video. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head out and we're going to have a look at the boot fair. I think I've got a couple of places to look straight off the bat. But yeah, let's get out and see if we can find anything here.
Missed it, Glenn's had it all.
That's all right, I've just helped him unload it. So he told me to come over.
Yeah. give me 6.
Right, what did you want on those bits?
3 quid for that one.
3 quid? Yeah, brilliant. There you go, mate. Alright, cheers. Oh, looks like you've got an easy day now.
My missus was going to kill me if I come back with it all. Well, Glenn was trying to phone me, well not Glenn, what's his name? Dan was trying to phone me last night.
Yeah.
And my phone went flat. And then I had to go out, so I left my phone and charge at home. Because he was going to come around and take all the PS2 off me anyway.
Yeah.
And luckily,
You showed up here.
Glenn was up here, so he called me.
Brilliant. Cool. Right, I'll catch you in a bit then. Cheers, mate. Okay, so that is going to wrap up our trip to the markets and the boot fair. So, as I said earlier on in the video, this is a video that's taken over a year to put together, because the first trip out to the market, I got a couple of bits, but not enough to put into a video. So they have literally just been sitting in a bag in my bedroom before I could get back to the market. And actually didn't really get a lot of the market this time either, but I did really sort of hit it out the park, shall we say, with the bits that I found when I popped along to Addington. So let's dive straight in, and the first couple of bits that we've got will be from the first trip to the market as well as the toy fair. So the first set of games that we've got is Soldier of Fortune Gold Edition on the PS2. This is, so I remember playing Soldier of Fortune on the PC when it come out, I think what, late 90s? No, it might be 2000. Well, this was released in 2002, but I think the original the original version came out a bit sooner, a bit before that, sorry. So managed to pick this up for £2.50. Goes for £3 at CEX and £11 on eBay. As well, it is complete, which is good. Then we picked up Batman Vengeance, and if I remember rightly, I think this is a PS2 launch title. So this has actually been on my list to pick up for a while, because what I am actually trying to do is I'm trying to get the full UK launch titles for all the consoles that I collect. It's not something I'm sort of desperate to do quite quickly, but if I see something that is on that launch lineup that I don't have, I will look to pick it up. And yeah, this one, it was okay. I will admit I'm not a big fan of the sort of Batman games of this sort of generation. I just find they're always sort of quite lacking. But with that one, we paid £2 for that. Sorry, £2.50 for that. Goes for £8 at CEX, £7 on eBay. Then the next one we got was Leisure Suit Larry. I didn't even realise that these games were released on the PS2, but yeah, I saw it there, decided to pick it up. From what I've seen of these, I've never actually played any of them, but from what I've seen of them, they can be actually quite funny. So yeah, decided to pick it up, and yeah, capturing the footage for it, it was it was okay. I think it's definitely one of these games that can probably drag depending on how you play it. But yeah, once again, £2.50 for that. Goes for £6 at CX, £12 on eBay. Then we get to probably my favourite pickup of this whole bunch. And this was the Legend of Zelda pickup from the Toy Fair. So this is, I'm going to read the title. So this is Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker, Link, Nemdroid action figure from the Good Smile Company. Right. So basically with this one, and what I'm going to do is on the photograph is I'm going to leave the stickers that the sellers put on here, because he priced it up at £12, and then just underneath it he's put knockoff. So I was like, well, do you know what? It looks really cool, so I'll pick it up. Didn't have any idea about it, didn't know what it was, and then until I got home. So yeah, when I looked it up, I was absolutely gobsmacked. Then I've obviously looked into a bit more and found out how popular these sort of figures are. But yeah, this one in this condition goes for about £110. So yeah, if I was buying it for resale, it would have been a mega win. But for me, it is squarely staying in the collection. It is absolutely brilliant. Couldn't believe that I got it for that price. And it is a clear example. Sort of, if you go out to these places, always look, because you might find that one time where you've got a seller that's sort of slipping a bit, doesn't really know what they've got, and you end up getting an absolute bargain. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Definitely one I'm going to find a place for in the games room. Then we move on to the recent trip to the market. This is the same day that I went to Addington, and once again there was nothing really gaming there. Actually, I didn't see John there today, so I don't know if he's now moved off to. I know he goes to one of the boot fairs. So I don't know whether he's moved now to do the boot fairs on a Saturday. But while I was there, I did actually pick up a couple of boxes of McDonald's toys, or sort of kids meals toys. It's like McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, a whole different raft. The main reason I was buying it was for resale. But when I was having a quick look through, I actually saw a figure in there that I wanted to grab. And that was the Burger King Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the Tails figure. There we go. And actually there was two of them in there, so I've got one to sell and one to keep in the collection. It works out with everything that was there. I think there was something like just over 200 toys in there, so I think I paid £35 for both boxes. It works out about 16p per toy. This one goes for about £10 online, so yeah, not masses, but still a nice one to add to the collection. Then there was also a Sonic one, so I think it's actually from a different set, but it is, yeah, it's another Burger King one. This time it's from 1993. Yeah, this one, I think what it is it's missing the pull part, and essentially this just spins. But yeah, once again it was Sonic, so I was going to keep it. This one, once again, roughly paid 16p for it. Looking it up online, if I can get the pull tab, this will be worth about £20. These are apparently really hard to get hold of, so yeah, could end up being a good pickup, that one. And then the last one, oh excuse me, the last one that I picked up, originally I wasn't going to add it in here, but I just kept looking at it and I was like, no, it's too cool to sell. I've got to sort of keep hold of it, add it into the collection. It's not gaming related, but it is retro. And that is the Raptor toy. So this is a Burger King Rugrats set that was released. I'm trying to see, from 1998, I think it is. I've got it on here. Yeah, 1998. And yeah, I just thought that looked so cool. I will admit, it has been so hard to find it online. So I don't know whether it is extremely rare to have it sealed. Because the only ones that I could find were unsealed. So just like literally the figure on its own. So yeah, I really don't know with that one. I couldn't find a sealed price for it. So yeah, really chuffed to add that in. The unsealed price for them, they go for about £5. But as I say, couldn't find a sealed price for it, so God knows what that's worth. Then we get on to the pickups from the Addington Boot Fair, and I'm going to start off with the pickups that I got from the seller that was there, and then we'll move on to the pickups that I got from Glenn. So the first one that we've got is Ridge Racer 2 Platinum on the PSP. This one, don't have the manual in this unfortunately, but I will admit, when I was playing it and capturing the footage for this, I was actually, well, I will admit, it was an absolute nightmare to capture the footage for it, because it just kept freezing, and yeah, it was just an absolute nightmare. But I did manage to get a couple of good laps in, and actually ended up finishing the race. And I thought, yeah, this was really impressive, considering it was on the PSP. It was graphically really good looking, and I actually got to play the original Ridge Racer sort of first stage in the sort of the upgraded graphics, which is really good. So that one works out that we paid £1 for that one. Goes for £4 at CEX, £9 on eBay. Then next up, I've got another Amiga game. So this is Fun School 2 on the Amiga. Now, whenever I see these, I'll always pick them up because when I was younger, I used to play the Fun School games, and they're basically educational games, but I have got a bit of a nostalgia for them. So yeah, whenever I see them, I've got a couple of them now in the collection, and yeah, whenever I see them, I'll always pick them up. That one paid 50p for that, and it goes for about £7 on eBay. And then the last thing that I got off this seller was a copy of Prototype 2. This is the Radnet edition. So this has an outer sleeve and some extra downloadable content. But for me, it was the fact that it had the outer sleeve is why I picked it up. I will admit, I've never actually had a chance to play the Prototype games. They've been ones that I've been wanting to play because I know a lot of people speak very highly of them. And actually playing this, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was just something completely different from what I've normally played, and yeah, definitely one that I'm going to give some more time to. I'll probably go back. I think I've got the first one on the PS3 as well, so I'll go back to that one first and then go into this one. This one we paid £1 for this. It goes for £3.50 at CEX, but that is for the regular edition. It didn't actually have this version listed. And then this one goes for about £7 on eBay. So yeah, really chuffed with that. And then finally we get on to the bits that I picked up from Glenn. So I don't know whether I said on the video or not, but literally as I showed up to Addington, I saw Glenn's van parked directly across from me and saw him hauling a whole load of boxes of games. And they're actually from the same seller where I got the last load of games from. But this is something that Glenn had sort of previously organised, and as I was helping him get them in the van, I was also clocking what he had in there, and yeah, managed to pick up this this pile of games off him. So the first set that we've got is a set of Master System games, and then the first one that we've got is Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the manual, but it's definitely going to be one that I'm going to track down because I've actually held off buying the Sonic games on the Master System because I wanted to get them sort of complete in box. As I say, I don't know for what reason why I didn't notice it didn't have the manual, but it was still in the box, so that was probably the reason for picking it up. Yeah, the Master System Sonic games are very unique. They're completely different from the Mega Drive games. They're not sort of downscaled Mega Drive versions. They are completely different games. So yeah, really happy to have them. I think actually they might be the same as the Game Gear one. I think the Game Gear and the Master System are the same game. I might be wrong because I've not actually played the Game Gear ones properly. So that one paid £5 for that. Goes for £8 at CEX £14 on eBay. Then I got Sonic 2. This time it is complete, which is really good. And yeah, I think with this one, I could definitely notice a graphical jump from the first Sonic game. So yeah, really happy to have this in. Once again, it was one that I was waiting to get hold of boxed instead of just getting it cart only. That one, once again, paid £5 for that. Goes for £10 at CEX and £15 on eBay. Then we've got Tasmania. Once again, it's another one that we got that was complete. And yeah, I think we've got... I'm not sure if I've got this complete on the Mega Drive, but I've got a feeling that we've got it on the Mega Drive. I might be wrong. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, saw that there, decided to sort of chuck that on the pile. Once again, got that for £5. Goes for £6 at CEX, £10 on eBay. And then the one that I actually paid up for, and probably think I paid, well, definitely paid more than I should have done for it, was Jurassic Park. Now, when we were there, we were looking this up, and we looked it up on eBay. And on eBay, it goes for about £40. But what I didn't do, I didn't then compare prices to see what it was going for at CEX. Because at CEX, it goes for £10. Which, yeah, was a real shame. It doesn't come with a manual, so that CEX price is with no manual. But yeah, I ended up paying £30 for it. So, yeah, it is what it is. As I say, I didn't do my research on it, so that is completely down to me. Because I was the one looking it up on my phone. Said to Glenn, yeah, it goes for about £40. So he done me a deal based on sort of what I'd said to him, £30. So yeah, it is what it is. But still, nice one to have in the collection. It's actually an interesting one because when you first start playing it, it is an on-rail shooter, and then it transitions into a side-scrolling platformer. So yeah, you get a real mix of game styles to play with that. And then the last game that we got was Rugrats Treasure Hunt on the N64. This is cart only. I will say the cart is in great condition. I don't think I actually realised how bad a condition it was in when I picked it up. But yeah, it is what it is. I think what I might actually do is the back one, the back of the cart is in really bad condition. I might actually swap it out with one of the carts that we got in the last video from Dan. I think was it International Superstar Soccer. Yeah, that one's in a lot better condition, so I'll probably swap that out and then just give the front of the cart a clean. The reason that they're still there is because I've literally just finished that video. So yeah, it's an okay game. It's a sort of like a party style game where you're sort of working your way around a board. And yeah, it was okay. It's probably not going to be high up my list to play, but it was an N64 game that I didn't have in the collection, so that's why I grabbed it. Paid £5 for that. Goes for £3 at CEX, £7 on eBay. And yeah, it's always good to have another N64 game in the collection. So that is everything that we picked up, and as I say, really glad to finally be able to get those first couple of bits shown to you all on a video, because I've been desperate to get them added in, but yeah, just didn't have enough there to show on a video of its own. So before we wrap up, let's quickly run through the totals. So it's actually quite a low spend for us today. So that's £72 and 82p spend. If we'd bought everything we could from CEX, we'd be looking at £61 and 50p. And if we got everything we could from eBay, it would have been £289. So yeah, a big disparity there between CEX and eBay. And I think actually the only things that we didn't get from CEX was the Legend of Zelda figure, the Burger King toys, and the Fun School disc. So yeah, it was that Zelda figure really drove up the eBay price today. So yeah, once again, really happy to have them in the collection. So before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, that is going to wrap it up for today. So thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.